All right, we'll go here in about 10 seconds or so. All right, here we go. Welcome back into the Door Report. This is our interview portion of the podcast, and I now am honored to welcome in Mr. Grayson Morgan, the latest Vanderbilt football commitment in the 2022 recruiting class, the first official recruiting class for Coach Lea. And Grayson joins us now. He's a 6'5", 270-pound offensive tackle from right here in Nashville at Montgomery Bell Academy. He's a 3-star on 24/7. You could see that move up, maybe to the 4-star range here in the future. But Grayson, thanks so much for taking the time. And first off, congratulations on your commitment to Vanderbilt.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. I'm excited about the future.
No doubt about it. So are we. And I want to start with a simple question. And a lot of people, I think, look at Vanderbilt right now and where they're at as a program and maybe may doubt a little bit. But what Coach Lea and the staff inside that program are looking at is this is not where we are right now, is not where we're headed. So are you in that same agreement there? And why did you ultimately choose Vanderbilt, I guess?
I mean, the biggest thing for me is I know they're not at what they want to be, but from that first game till now, they've made huge strides. Definitely against that South Carolina game and Missouri, they lost that one. They're putting up points and they're getting better each week. Doesn't matter the opponent. Doesn't matter if they score much. They're still getting better from that week one. And I just love to see that fight in the players because you didn't see that last year with that old staff. And Coach Lea, me and him have a great connection. We both actually went to the same high school. So same thing with Barton Simmons over there. But we have a good connection. And most of those coaches came from winning organizations. So they know how to win. And they're not going to stop until they can do that here.
I want to dive a little bit deeper in what you just said. Clark Lea and Barton Simmons, both going to NBA. I got to imagine you had relationships before you even committed to Vanderbilt. And how much did those two guys, I know the whole staff played into it as well, with Coach Blazik being your offensive line coach in the future. But with Clark Lea and Barton Simmons, those are Nashville guys. They've grown up best friends. They went to NBA. They played on the same football team together. So how much did Coach Lea and Barton Simmons play into your decision, especially since they graduated from the Big Red?
I mean, they definitely played a huge role. The biggest thing was, like, before we even started digging down in the recruiting process, we already had a good connection. We already had a good feel because the stuff I'm going through at NBA is the same thing they went through, from football to the academics. So it was just mainly the connection that was there. And I knew that when I go to Vandy that they're not going to let me down.
No doubt about it. And I want to dive into your playing style a little bit. You're 6'5", 270. I'm sure Coach Lea is going to have to put a few pounds on you there once you get to Vandy. But how would you describe your playing style as an athletic offensive tackle? Are you doing a ton of pulling right now at NBA with that run scheme? And do you expect to be able to do more of that? And I guess as a whole, what can Vanderbilt fans expect to see from you in the black and gold?
I've done a little bit pulling this season, not too much, but definitely the way I can bend and my athleticism. I mean, last year I played at 235 and was able to really get after people. And this year, finally getting some weight on and figuring out what I was doing, I feel really good about what I'm able to do and using my athleticism the right way. I mean, this is only my second year playing offensive tackle. I played tackle before that, so still learning. Really can't wait for Coach Blas to get my technique right.
Shore you up a little bit. I got to dive into Big Country. Where did that start? And I think it fits you well, especially with the accent there. But where did that start? And I'm sure it's going to stick at Vanderbilt, huh?
Yes, sir. So that actually started back in first grade. I played on a basketball team with Marcel, Reid, who's a highly recruited 4-star QB in the class of 2023. And his dad actually came up with it, Reid. He's the ex-football coach at Tennessee State. And he gave me that nickname, and it's stuck since first grade.
I love it. We got to get that carried over to Vanderbilt. I want to go now to Langston Patterson. He's a local kid that's also in the class with you. You two guys are the only mid-state commits right now. And, we talk about coaches having all the power in recruiting nowadays, but players have a lot too. Now, I'll get maybe deeper into Marcel Reid and what might happen there, but with Langston Patterson and you, and also even Luther Richardson, I'm sure you're familiar with him, the quarterback over at Lipscomb Academy. He's on Vandy's radar as well. So how much are you communicating with other in-state prospects as you guys try to build that mid-state presence? Because that's how it starts. That's how, you can end up building something special at Vanderbilt.
I mean, definitely throughout my recruiting process, I'd have Langston hit me up usually about every other week or a couple of times a month and just say, hey, you come with me. I mean, it's a big deal. I know I got a brother going in. I played against him this year, so it was fun doing that. And just seeing him around at games around Nashville is always good. He's always telling me, come on, when you going to make the decision? So he was glad when I finally made it.
What's it going to take to get Marcel over here? I know Marcel Reid is a tremendous prospect. He's got offers from Alabama and Georgia and all kinds of schools. Well, what are you telling him? I know he's got another year. What's going on there?
I mean, the biggest thing I'm telling him is just wait, take your time in recruiting, wait late, and let's see what we can do next year when we get some of Coach that group's recruits in and see where this program starts building. I mean, as of right now, from that first game, they've gotten better. So I expect next year to do the same thing, and hopefully we can recruit some of those mid-state guys like what's his name, Aiden Bustle, and maybe I'll get Brycen Sanders. I'll be playing against him this Friday, but try to get some of those guys and build him an offensive line and really see that we can change that program.
Yeah, that'll be fun this Friday with the playoffs. You guys got that bye, so good luck there on Friday. For this team and this program, they're calling it Team 1. You'll be on Team 2 next season, and they're still building. It's early on, and Coach Lea has talked about a 10-year plan with this university and with this program. What makes you, Grayson, confident that the work that Coach Lea and this staff are putting into this program will translate to a winning product that Nashville can be proud of?
Mainly from the teams that they came from. I mean, Coach Lea was coach of Notre Dame. They've been in the playoffs a couple of times while he was there, and we're very successful there. All the other coaches, same thing. They came from winning organizations. They know how to win. They're not going to stop. And they knew coming in that Vandy did not win many games last year or the year, but they're ready to come in and really establish a new program. That's why they're calling it Team 1, to establish a new program, build Vanderbilt University up.
Yeah, you guys do the same thing in NBA. It's what is it? Is it 123 right now this year? 123. So they got the same game going on at Vanderbilt. I want to ask you, I don't know if you're going to be visiting anymore. They got Kentucky at home, and then they go on the road for Ole Miss and Tennessee. So, you're likely won't be at the Kentucky game, but, do you plan on being on campus anymore here, especially since you're committed now, before you actually get there next year, of course?
Definitely. I'll try to make my way around campus. Really, it's about a 5-minute drive. So I'll take a couple of buddies, go walk around, just get a feel for it again. And, I mean, it's great being right down the street because I can just pop in and walk around for a minute anytime I want.
You mentioned it being right down the street. I mean, I've assumed you've lived in Nashville most of your life, and how much did that play into it? Because I don't think we talked a whole lot about that, but I think you're seeing that a lot more with a lot of these recruits, where guys want to stay home. They want to stay close to home, and so that makes it easier on their family, a lot of their friends too. So staying in the city of Nashville, how much did that impact your decision?
I mean, it impacted a little bit. I wasn't too concerned about the distance, really. Mainly just didn't want to travel 10 hours away. I wanted somewhere where I can get home quickly if I need to, and everything. But, I mean, the city, just like the community, I've grown up here. I've lived here all my life. So just seeing the Nashville really grow up kind of inspired me to stay home and continue to help that city build and see what kind of support I'd have.
For Vanderbilt fans wondering, Grayson, about what to expect, in next season for Team 2 and even Team 3 and Team 4, what's your message to them? Because I think there's a lot of people around Vanderbilt right now kind of waiting and excited about what's to come, but they're looking forward to the future. And so many fans I've talked to can't wait to see what what's next for this program. So what would be your message to Vanderbilt fans in regards to having confidence in Coach Lea and all those recruits, especially in his first official recruiting class?
My biggest thing is just stay with them. There's going to be bumps in the roads. There's going to be some tough losses. That's just going to how it be till we get back to where it should be. Just stay the course and just keep following us, keep giving us support, and it's just going to keep inspiring players to come, more recruits to come, especially when they see what kind of fans we got here in Nashville.
Love it. Love it. We can't wait to get you over to West End. I mean, you're already in Nashville. You're already here. But thanks again for taking the time, and good luck Friday night against Baylor. Hopefully you guys are able to get that win and move on. But thanks again for taking the time, and good luck with the rest of your season, Grayson.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thanks for taking the time.
No problem.